I think the first thing you got to do is you're not going to beat the market. I think the second thing that you mentioned is, fees. I mean, let's be specific. You use the right word, cancer. I mean, that's about as direct a word as you can use. It destroys your financial future. And here's the simple thing. This is one of the only industries in the world where you can pay 1,000 times more than another person for the same product and not know it. I mean, it's like if I said to you, you can buy a Honda Accord for $20,000 and I sold it to your neighbor for $350,000, you would think he's an idiot and I'm a crook. But that happens every single day in the financial markets because you can go get the index from, Jack Bogle at Vanguard for 0.17%, or you can go get some of the exact same stocks and pay the average mutual fund 3.1%. It's the same ratio. It's a $20,000 Honda for $350,000. Or another way of saying it would be if you started at 30 years old with $100,000 and you got two other friends and you all get a 7% return and you keep compounding at 7% for 35 years till you're going to retire at 65, what do you have? Well, if you have a 1% set of fees, you have $574,000. Your $100,000 went to almost $600,000. Pretty nice return. But if you would get the same return on the same investments, right, but you had 3% in fees, now you had $324,000. I mean, literally, almost giving 50% up in fees to someone that added zero value. I mean, there are so many people out there right now. I know you guys are exceptions at what you do, in your firm, and, retire with more. But the idea is you got people that say, oh, we've got Vanguard funds. Vanguard charges 0.17, and then they add 60 basis points or more than 0.5% on top of it. There's one I just saw recently. It is a 401k plan, 110 basis points. So they only charge you 0.17, and then, meaning Vanguard that does all the work. These guys, for telling you to buy Vanguard, charge you 500% on top of that.
It's insidious.
It's insane. So you've got to educate yourself. You've got to become an insider. What I try to do in the book is give you that. We'll talk about the broker. I'm a broker. I'm here to help. Here's what's true. Most people in any industry, including the financial industry, have integrity. The majority do. The majority really do care. The problem is that a broker, which, by the way, there are 327 names that I was able to identify for broker, everything from wealth manager on down. They're just still a broker. What is a broker? Well, the broker may have good intent, but if you go to someone who's a butcher and you say, what's for dinner tonight? He's going to sell you meat. And that's because that's all he carries. He's not a bad guy. He probably eats the meat himself. He's probably an expert on that meat, but he's got a limited selection. If you went to a dietitian, they would say to you, wait a second, I don't make money off meat, and you don't want to be eating this much meat. You're going to get cancer eating this much meat. We need to put some salad in here. Maybe you have some fish. Let's cut back on these things. And that's really what a registered investment advisor does, or a fiduciary, because legally, that broker might have the total positive intent, but legally, he does not have to put your needs ahead of his own. He just has to show that whatever you're investing is suitable. What is suitable? Well, it aligns with your goals to some extent. He'll never get sued for that. Versus the fiduciary, if he said buy Apple today, and later he buys Apple at a cheaper price on the same day, he's got to give you the stock he got cheaper because he had to put your needs first. He couldn't be making a benefit off you in that area. So it's a unique approach that fiduciaries have. There aren't that many. You're one. You understand as a registered investment advisor.
Sure.
I'm a giant promoter of saying, look, it's not enough to have somebody that's sincere. They can be sincerely wrong. You need somebody that's tied legally to put your needs first. Now, I would add one more piece.
Okay.
And that is, you don't want just some people would be better off, frankly, and I know Charlie would agree with me. Charlie Ellis would agree with me also. I know David from Yale with Swenson, who's, greatest institutional investor, I would say, in history. It took them from $1 billion to $24 billion in 30 years, which is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I know they'd agree that a lot of people would be better off, if they've got a small amount of money, maybe they just put it directly in index funds. So I know that some people are self-doers, but my experience is if you get somebody who's a fiduciary who can give you the expertise they have at a reasonable price, under 1%, that person can usually do a really great job for you as long as they're not, getting a commission, they're not passing those things. So I created a site called portfoliocheckup.com. And at portfoliocheckup.com, you can go in and get the answer that most of us don't know. You can link all your accounts in a few minutes, wherever they are, and then you can say, how much am I really paying in fees? And you get the reality check. You can look at that and you can say, okay, how much risk am I really taking? And you can make a comparison to what other portfolios are, and then you can take that and do it yourself, or you can be recommended to an RIA like yourself with somebody who's got integrity. But I think there are RIAs.
Tony, I hate to interrupt. I'm the bad guy. We've got to take a break. We're going to come right back. Remember, www.rebalanceira.com. When we come back, more with Tony Robbins.